What's up guys, Anthony aka A.K.V here, and today's video is a video that I shot way back when in quarantine. I'd say it's about like June, July, it was like in around June. And it was a bulking, hard gaining video with a workout that you could do at home or at a park. And I never got around to finishing it. However, the video is still relevant today because we might all be going back into quarantine. And also, a lot of people are trying to bulk right now, even though a lot of people are trying to still cut because of that quarantine weight. This is bulking season, it is November, and that means we are trying to get our weight up, which means my video still has some merit and credit. Without further ado, let's get to it. What's up guys, Anthony here, and today's video we're going to be going over hard gaining tips for people who have trouble gaining weight while maintaining muscle. And this video is especially for the quarantine just because of the fact that it's really hard to gain muscle when you can't go to the gym. And these are some things I'm using to keep gaining muscle and keep getting my physique a little bigger, because one of my goals for the quarantine was to gain some weight. So now with that, what I'm doing is I make this new program, I'm implementing it, and it's working, and I'm seeing muscle growth. And if you are a really experienced worker outer, or I don't know why I said it like that, if you're really experienced at working out, this might not apply for you just because of the heavier weights that you may get to. But if you are just trying to gain some weight and get your muscle up during this quarantine, this may be the video for you, especially if you're younger or stuff like that. And we're gonna get our day started. So first off, I'm gonna start off with the breakfast. So this is actually a lot of food, and one of the tips I have for eating when you're eating a lot of food is just shove it down as fast as possible, especially if you're not used to eating so much food. For me, meals like this, I'm like almost full, and actually making this video is probably gonna make it harder for me to finish this food. But nice. When eating a large amount like this, it's not really about taste, and it's not really about how much you want to eat, because after a certain amount, your body's gonna be like, okay, I'm done. But it's about forcing yourself to finish the rest of the food, especially if you're trying to commit to a hard gaining program and actually trying to gain weight. Because if you don't surpass a certain amount of calories for the day, you're not going to gain weight. And if you don't push yourself to eat more, you're not going to gain weight. So that's just one of the tips I have. Just push yourself to eat more. You know, you see that little bit left on the plate. I'm full right now. I could go outside and start my day, but I gotta finish this part of the meal, and that's what's up. So we're gonna get done with this, and then we'll go for a workout with the boys.
Startled me.
Yeah. I mean, no, you just be on the videos. I'll have
Yes. Oh, as much as you can. Okay. That might.
You ready? Done? Yeah.
John J. Park.
Try to get Robert in too. Yeah?
Flathead.
Gracias.
Yo, Anthony.
What?
Hi. Ooh, the switch up. Look at that concentration.
Okay.
This might be the shakiest footage of all time.
Alright, that's all I needed. So I'm back home now. I ate my pizza. I'm feeling stuffed. And this workout actually taxed me a lot more than I thought it would, especially because I'm bringing the heavy ruck weight out and really walking with it. I had a knee injury which led to knee surgery at the beginning of this year, and I've been really pushing myself to heal. And while people are like, wow, that's great progress, it actually is a pain in the ass to do. And it just gets tedious, and I feel like I'm hurting myself sometimes more than helping myself, so I'm trying to keep safe with it. But sometimes I really get spent just from leg work, and today is one of those days. Upper body feels pretty good, but one of the big things that I have to talk about when hard gaining, when trying to gain weight from like a smaller frame, is that you have to not be afraid to like pack on the pounds. And well, from 19 to 22, I maintain like the abs and all that stuff that, you know, everyone wants, pretty much. My arms didn't really get much bigger. While I was stronger, while I was considerably stronger, it didn't look like that. So if you really want to get big quickly, you're gonna have to eat a lot more. And that's something that I didn't really learn until later in my life. And also, because of the fact that I was a runner, I'm an endurance runner. Basically, I run like fucking 30 miles, or I do races that where you have to carry 40 pounds for 75 miles, which I've done before. You know, it really takes a lot of calories off of you. And so it was really hard for me to gain weight. But during this quarantine, I found a golden opportunity, especially because of my injury as well, where I was already kind of gaining weight, and I was like, what if I put this in the gym and work out as well? So what started out as like me being kind of sad and depressed ended up being a really golden opportunity for me to learn and understand my mistakes. And that's why I feel like I'm able to present them more like thoroughly today, because I went through the experience of thinking a certain way. But now that I know the proper way to do it, it's really enlightening, and the fact that I'm on it is really helpful. So I want to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistake I did. Even though you know, I still am healthy. It's still perfectly fine to be a little skinnier, but still go to the gym. It's just if you want that aesthetic of looking bigger, you're gonna have to eat a lot more and not be afraid of gaining a little bit of stomach weight. You definitely can cut it off. It's definitely possible. And you know, if you're working out a lot, you're not gonna get like fat, but you are gonna get a little chub somewhere. You know, you're gonna look a little uneven at one point. The thing is, you're bulking, so eventually you can cut and define yourself into like this really awesome looking person that you want to be, which I can't wait for cutting, but I'm not really sure how that's gonna play out, because I usually bulk in the winter and cut in the summer. I usually bulk unsuccessfully, but I've had like a 7-month bulk recently. So I am feeling the way. I'm feeling good. I went from 140 to 160 in 7 months, and it was a hard bulk for me. And now I'm working on cutting and maintaining that weight, but I decided to do a video what my bulking diet was for a day, and also give myself a little bit of a cheat day because it feels pretty good. So that's my belief on that. This is basically the set that we got going for today. But before I even talk about the dinner, another thing that I noticed that you really need to start to do when you're hard gaining is exceeding the limits. So a lot of the times people have these sets and reps, and especially during quarantine, people are doing sets and reps of things, and they're going up to 12 just like they used to at the gym. However, with lighter weight, you need to do more reps, and so it's really hard for people to kind of to figure out that sweet spot for them. And so what I've been telling people to do is just to go until you cannot go anymore, right? Take a break and then go until you cannot go anymore. You're going to be strengthening your body. And while it may not be giving you, these bodybuilder results of people who have their own personal gyms at home, or people that have dumbbells, just multiple reps and multiple sets over and over and over again until you cannot do anything is still going to help you gain muscle mass and definition. I mean, unless you're doing cardio. Cardio is definitely not the thing to do, but that's just what to say. So now we're gonna get to cooking some steak, potatoes, and mushrooms. This is a really heavy meal at the end of the day. It's something that usually puts me to sleep, and it's part of the bulking process. You have to eat a lot to gain a lot. So here it is. This is definitely a bigger portion than you would expect, but this is definitely the portion that I have. Got a lot of potatoes. I usually just put the sauce all over everything. And yeah, this is about 1,000 calories, I would say. I'm gonna get the actual nutrient values in a little bit, but for right now, we're just gonna chow down on this, and then we'll wrap this video up. So here we are, back in November, not in June from when the video was shot. I hope you guys liked the workout and the foods that I posted. I'm going to be doing more stuff like that, as well as some more comprehensive workouts. That workout was just really a circuit that you can do to help build muscle, and the key point that I had to take away from that video, that I want you guys to take away from that video, is maximize your reps if you don't have heavy weight or heavy equipment. That's basically the key takeaway in the quarantine, or even if you just want to do calisthenics at home. If you want to have muscle growth, what you need to do is do as many reps and push your body to the limit that you don't think you can. Basically, if you push yourself more than you have pushed yourself before, even if it's one more rep, you're going to be doing something to your muscles that they're not used to. You want to keep your muscles guessing at your body. You don't want your brain and your muscle fibers to get used to a certain pattern, because that will just basically give you the same results that you've gotten. You want to push your boundaries, you want to try new things, and that's the main takeaway from this video. So I hope you guys enjoy, like, and subscribe.